So if I'm being completely honest, Nintendo news has been pretty dry recently, as there really hasn't been much to just talk about, and really kind of just Nintendo's lineup for this year, we don't really know too much about it. I mean, we got the Princess Peach Showtime game which came out last month, and we know that there's going to be Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, which is getting a remake, and that's going to be coming out next month, and then after that we've got Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, but besides that, there really hasn't been much that we can look forward to for 2024. Now, it is supposedly rumored that we might be getting some type of Nintendo Direct finally to happen this month, and maybe that'll actually give us some games and things to look forward to for the rest of 2024 with Nintendo, but right now there isn't much to talk about. But when it does come to those two games that we're still looking forward to, being Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door Remake and Luigi's Mansion 2, there was actually a very interesting little detail that was announced when we finally got news for them last month on Mario Day. And so for Mario Day, there was like a special little video that came up with Miyamoto talking, and they confirmed that there's going to be a Mario movie sequel, which everybody kind of expected to happen anyway, but really they also gave us the release dates for Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door Remake and Luigi's Mansion 2. But the thing about these release dates that maybe a lot of people just didn't notice, that I find pretty interesting, is that they're actually coming out on a day that we're not really used to, being Thursday. So Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door Remake is going to be coming out next month on May 23rd, and then Luigi's Mansion 2 HD is going to be coming out on June 27th, which both of these days happen to be on a Thursday. And if you've been around with Nintendo anytime in like the recent generations, with like the Nintendo Switch, even the Wii U and the 3DS, pretty much every single time that Nintendo had a major release, the games would always come out on a Friday. And this was something that we pretty much just always got used to, because it made a lot of sense in Nintendo's eyes too, to release a game on a Friday. It comes out then, everybody can play it over the weekend too, makes a lot of sense. But now it seems like they're starting to move to maybe having Thursday releases. And the reason why this is interesting is because both of these games are coming out on a Thursday as opposed to just one game, because there have been kind of instances in the past where Nintendo's done like a one-off game that's come out on a different day than a Friday. I think the one that comes to my mind most recently is actually with Luigi's Mansion 3 when that came out in 2019, as I'm pretty sure that game also did come out on a Thursday because it released on Halloween, so it was like having a spooky game lining up with Halloween. It was pretty nice, and October 31st, 2019 did happen to be on a Thursday that year. So we can see there that they did actually release that game on a Thursday. But that's the thing here, is that both of these games are coming out on a Thursday now, so it could be a coincidence that maybe it's just for some reason with these two games, because they're older games or they're remakes or something, that they're deciding to do them on a Thursday or something like that. But I guess we'll really see when we get that next Nintendo Direct or next chunk of Nintendo news, and starting to see kind of the releases for when exactly these upcoming things are coming out, because it could be possible that maybe Nintendo is starting to move to having Thursday releases for their big games. And this is one of those things that I feel like the rest of the industry has already kind of been doing for a while. I mean, most recently, the big game that I've been playing right now is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and that game came out on February 29th, which was also a Thursday. A lot of times, these big games coming out on PlayStation and Xbox do end up coming out on Thursday as well, so maybe Nintendo is going to be starting to move towards that now with their upcoming generation too, so maybe all of the upcoming Switch 2 games that are going to come out are now going to be releasing on Thursday, which is nice because it means that we're going to be getting it a day early, so it would be pretty nice to see. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is actually a survey that it seems like Nintendo emailed to a couple of people a few days ago, and we have some pictures right here of somebody sharing them on Reddit, where we can see right here it says, "I just got a survey in my email asking me about my opinions on the different Mario RPGs. Here are some of the questions that were included." So it seems like Nintendo just reached out to a couple of people and asked them this survey, where we can see right here it says, "This survey is about the games from the Paper Mario series, the Mario and Luigi series, and Super Mario RPG. Before answering the survey, have you heard of any of these games?" And it just says like, yeah, I've played them, I've heard of them, but I've never played them, and then I've never heard of them before. And then it just says here, which of them is your absolute favorite? It doesn't even have all of them here, but we can see a couple of them. They've got like Super Paper Mario, Paper Mario Color Splash, and Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. We've got Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, which is my personal favorite, and then also Mario and Luigi Dream Team Bros. So I don't know if they have like all of them, and that this picture just doesn't have all of them on here, but we can see it does show you a couple of options that you have right here. And then it's just some more questions about saying like, here you see a list of features that are common to these games. Which of these do you like a lot? And it's about like collecting new gears, exploring new worlds, funny dialogues, unique graphical style, familiar faces like Luigi, Peach, and Bowser, encountering new characters, following an adventure and engaging story, newly unlocked abilities, defeating enemies in turn-based combat, getting stronger and learning new abilities, increasing your power of attacks and stuff. So basically, it's just a couple of things here that they're asking like, which of these features do you like the most? Then it also asks you like the Paper Mario, Mario and Luigi, and Super Mario RPG games usually include characters that are completely new like Geno and Mallow, but also familiar ones. And then do you prefer the new characters or the old ones and stuff like that? It also asks you about like the behavior of these characters and how some of them act differently than how they do in more like traditional Mario games. So it's just a couple of questions about stuff like that. And then we've also got stuff here saying like, which of these aspects do you like the most about the battle system? And then it just says like having time to plan your next move, turn-based combat, real-time combat, using mushrooms and fire flowers, things like that. So it's basically just a lot of questions about different RPG elements and things when it comes to these Mario RPG games. So it's pretty interesting because it talks about the Mario and Luigi games, which unfortunately the developers behind those games, being Alpha Dream, went bankrupt like a few years ago. So that's why there hasn't really been any new Mario and Luigi games coming out. They're still owned by Nintendo, but they haven't been given to like any new developer or anything like that. So I wonder if this could mean potentially that maybe they still have ideas to make another brand new Mario RPG game. Maybe it could mean that we're going to see another Mario and Luigi game in the future, maybe for the Switch 2 or something like that. That would be very exciting. Or just another Paper Mario game after like Origami King. Maybe even there's going to be like a sequel to Super Mario RPG, because they got a remake for that which came out last year, and it did seem like a lot of people liked it. So what if they're actually planning like a Super Mario RPG 2 or something like that? That would be awesome too. And having like Geno and Mallow come back and stuff, that could be insane if they did something like that. But either way, I feel like this is a very interesting survey, because there have been instances in the past where we've seen these types of surveys do end up happening with something real, where the one that comes to my mind is this survey that happened in 2021, where we had this survey that came out saying official Nintendo survey gauges interest in new WarioWare game. And we have a picture right here of a tweet that somebody put like when this came out back in 2021, where it says here, that's a very specific question about WarioWare Nintendo, and it just says, at a price of $49.99, how interested are you in buying the next game in the WarioWare series? WarioWare is a game series starring Wario that features a collection of fast-paced micro games, each lasting about 3 to 5 seconds. And then it just says definitely would buy, probably would buy, might or might not buy, probably would not buy, and then definitely would not buy. And the interesting thing about this survey is that guess what we actually got that year? We did get a brand new WarioWare game that came out for that exact same price of $49.99. So I'm not saying that this means that we're going to see a brand new Mario and Luigi game this year. Probably not even anything, because we already have that Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door remake coming out just next month. So there's really no reason to have another like Mario RPG game coming out this year. But maybe this is really going to be gaining people's interest in like what we're kind of going in terms of like the future of like Mario RPGs and the direction moving forward, especially with a brand new generation of Nintendo just around the corner. Maybe this could really give them an idea for what we're going to see in terms of Mario RPG games on the Switch too. So it does make me very excited. Unfortunately, if you didn't get emailed this survey, I don't think that you can participate in it. I didn't get it myself, so if I did, I definitely would have answered to this. But yeah, I definitely feel like this is pretty interesting, and maybe we could actually be seeing kind of a new rebirth in terms of what we're going to see with like Mario RPG games, and maybe going back to some more traditional kind of Paper Mario games if that's what they're going to be talking about, or just having the revival of Mario and Luigi games. Either way, I do enjoy Mario RPG, so I'm excited to see where we go from here. But yeah, there you go guys, that is pretty much all the information that we have right now in terms of recent Nintendo news. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to click that like button, and also subscribe to the channel, as well as I'm definitely going to have some more videos talking about Nintendo stuff, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think about all of this. Do you guys think that Nintendo could be moving to having Thursday releases for their upcoming games? Would you be happy with that? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. But also let me know how you guys feel about the Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario and also Mario RPG surveys as well, and what this could potentially mean for games in the future. But if you don't have anything to say about any of this, just comment your favorite emoji down below for some engagement. I would really appreciate it. Go follow me on Twitter at @Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.